I shepherd, I shall not want. Him make it I like down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restored I soul. Him leadeth I another part of I justness for him name's sake. Yeah! Though I Rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I can't fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff, them comforted I and I. Uno prepare a table before I. In the presence of our enemy them, uno anointed I head with uno oil. Me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of my life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Cha, get my way. How ma uso bolisa? I don't know what talk. It was clear for. How what are you mo? Oh ye wala dong. This is the Black Pot, aka KOKA, where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, and if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here we are not neutral. We have never been, and we have never claimed to be, because we are not. We have actually taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Black Rasta. Now in every traditional African home there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the family in its whole entirety. That is what we literally do here. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, all and sundry, the rank and file of our people, right from the crowns of their heads all the way down to the soles of their feet. And then we subject these ideas to some crucial forensic scrutiny, right after which we tease out the creme de la creme of all these ideas and use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the headquarters of the truth. It is the foundation of the truth. This is the address of the truth. This is the truth. It is the Black Empire Media. It's the Black Pot, aka KOKA, where we speak truth to power. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. You can also find us on Instagram. There also on X. We are lodged so comfortably. And on TikTok, we keep ticking and talking with the gracious hands of patriotism. This is the Black Pot, aka KOKA, where we speak truth to power. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are more than just excited to do that. Yes, yes, yes. Remember, this is the headquarters of the truth, and I'm excited that you are with us. Do me a favor, share the broadcast. Yes, 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 yes. Share the broadcast. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, I invite you to hit on the subscription button. Right after that, on the notification bell, so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. This is the Black Pot, aka KOKA, where we speak truth to power. Remember, we are called the Black Empire Media. Come here. Now hear me now. Watch this. Hey, today we have 5 very important stories to share with you. Some of them are exclusives. My brother, my sister, remember here we don't do politics. What we do here is called patriotism, and we are the biggest online when it comes to patriotism. And you know that already. We want to say thank you for making us #1. We have hit 60,000 subscribers on YouTube alone. Courtesy you. We want to say thank you so much. This is the first choice of all advertisers. A very decent, decorous platform. My brother, my sister, this is where the truth lives. And I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you and I love you. At this point, I want to say thank you so much to our sponsors. Now we begin with Tesori d'Oriente. Oh my God. Hear me now. Turn every single shower into a royal experience with Tesori d'Oriente. What is Tesori d'Oriente? It's gone beyond just a shower gel. Oh yes, it is the king of all shower gels. Oh my God. Now it is Italian. Yes, yes, yes. Yet African. Yes, African raw materials and Italian technology coming together to give you that sexy premium quality made most affordable. My brother, my sister, it is soft, it is smooth, it is silky, and above all, it has this oriental fragrance that sits on you even 48 hours after just one bath. Hey, pour a little bit of Tesori d'Oriente in the middle of your palm. Shake up the bath water. Watch how the sexy foam grows into a rich ladder. Allow it to nourish your skin. Hey, it's also an insect repellent. Oh my God. 48 hours after that one bath, you are the king. Oh my God. Smelling like the Garden of Eden. What are you waiting for? It has so many different fragrances. We have the Ikigai, we have the Karma, we have the Royal Oud, we have the Persian Dream. We also have one of my very favorites. Yes, the Forest Therapy. I also love the Royal Oud. My brother, my sister, that is the secret to my beautiful skin. Hey, the secret to my wonderful skin. Lord God have mercy. What are you waiting for? Tesori d'Oriente is partly distributed in Ghana by Daddy Ash Limited. Now, for bulk purchases and inquiries, call Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599. This is Tesori d'Oriente. I want to say thank you. I want to appreciate you. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. We are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of Millennium Insurance. My brother, my sister, not every insurance is an assurance. Some insurance may try to cover you like a plaster, an expired plaster. But behind that plaster, there is a huge looming disaster. That is why I am introducing you to Millennium Insurance, the mother of all insurance. My God, your trustworthy partner. Hey, can I tell you something? What kind of insurance are you looking for? Is it motor, policy insurance? No problem at all. Third party? Or you are looking for, comprehensive? No problem. You want to insure your vehicle against burglary, against fire, against theft? No problem at all. Hey, personal accident, personal group accident? No problem at all. Hey, 24/7, you are covered against disability and death for your family and even relatives and employees. My brother, my sister, our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and talk to us. We are ready. We have that sharp listening ear waiting for your call, your trustworthy partner. And when it comes to claims, Millennium Insurance is number one. We are quick to give you your claims so you get back on the right footing. Hey, nobody is a preserve of disaster. That is why right here at Millennium Insurance, we understand and we make sure that we are your trustworthy partner. Yes, we have earned that. My brother, my sister, at this point, visit our sales portal at sales.millenniuminsurancegh.com, and everything is everything. Are you traveling outside the country? You need the Millennium Insurance. Oh my God, travel insurance. Yes, you need it. We'll take you in and bring you out, give you all the experience, quality experience in total safety. This is Millennium Insurance. Please, if you are talking insurance, it is not insurance if it is not Millennium Insurance. My brother, my sister, and I am fully insured by Millennium Insurance. How about you? Thank you so much. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. At this point, NPA wants me to tell you something simple. Your life is worth more than just a gallon of fuel. Now, when you see the fuel tankers running on the road and then they fall off in accidents, don't be so much in a hurry to go scoop or siphon any fuel from the fuel tanker. It will explode. You will die, or you will be injured and remain a disabled person. That is why we want to speak to you. We want you to understand that there is life after that 1 gallon of fuel. This is from scooping or siphoning fuel from over 10 fuel tankers at accident scenes. You know what to do instead? Give us a call when you see an accident like that on 192 or 191 or 080-012-3000, and it's toll free. You don't pay anything. Yes, NPA, simple message is that stay back, stay safe. This is the Blakk Port, aka Kukushonemo, and here we speak truth to power. My brother, my sister, I love you. We are a huge family. Please share the broadcast. Please like the show, and at the same time recommend us to family and friends. Hey, if you have not as yet subscribe to this channel, hit on the subscription button right after that on the, oh my God have mercy, notification button, so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. 5 stories. Time now for action. Let's get ready to rumble. Story number 1. Watch this, my youth. TikToker Camila Al-Hassan deserves jail she got. IGP angrily pushes for more punishment. TikToker Camila Al-Hassan deserves jail she got. IGP angrily pushes for more punishment. Now, the IGP of the Republic of Ghana is extraordinary. Very powerful IGP. He was the only one decorated this match. And even John Evans Atta Mills, who was a president of this country, the only president who died whilst he was still president. In other words, a sitting president, decorated this man. In fact, what kind of decoration did he slap on this IGP? His name is IGP Tete Yohonu. That is his name. In fact, he became a policeman from the age of 20. And when he hit 60, the president said, you can't go. You have so much experience. You were the only one decorated as the king of fighting crimes in the whole of the country. How can you go just like that? Remain. He was slapped with 2 more years. Extra contract to stay. My brother, my sister, and all Ghanaians are attesting to the fact that this man is not an ordinary man. Probably he has a third eye that we can see. Any cockroach who coughs on social media, how this man is able to pick these people up using intelligence is exasperating. Oh my God. This is an IGP. His name is Tete Yohonu. From the age of 20, he was a policeman. He spent over 40 years of his life policing Ghana and beyond. Even in retirement, he was brought back to refire. Oh my God. He might perspire, but he would continue to refire until the real retirement comes. This is Tete Yohonu. I am so impressed. Criminal activities in the country, well policed. Every now and then, we see people being nabbed, left, right, and center, and they face justice. Since he came, in fact, he has been promoting people whose promotions had been neglected so many years ago. And it looks like a new life of vibrancy is beginning to spring up in the police service right now. Maybe the new thing or the next thing to do is to bring more honor to the police by making the police understand that patriotism does it and is beyond all the money they make in their pockets, so that the little coins some of the policemen still take on the street will be curtailed. This is the IGP. He's my IGP, and I love him. My brother, my sister, he's angry. Why is COP Tete Yohonu IGP Tete Yohonu angry? It looks like he's looking for more punishment. Oh yes, looking for more punishment for a certain lady who goes by the name Camilla Al-Hassan. This is Camilla Al-Hassan. My brother, my sister, when I look at her, I see nothing but demonism. When I look at the face, I see nothing but craziness. This was the lady, my brother, my sister, who was slapped with a 1-year jail sentence to go right there and roast in jail. Ghanaian TikToker Camilla Al-Hassan sentenced to 1 year in prison for publishing false news, alleging President Mahama buried 32 cows to win the 2024 election. I wish it was this simple and simplistic. This is Camilla. How old is Camilla? She just celebrated her 43rd birthday. She's not a little girl. My brother, my sister, she's a TikToker who has over 70,000 subscribers. And anytime she posts something on TikTok, oh, people go there to listen and to watch because it looks like she is just out there to insult and to denigrate. Oh yes, we have a number of them in our political space. Abronye is one of them. My brother, my sister, this woman is so demonically toxic. Now, she posted a video. And the video she posted, it looked like she was on a personal agenda against the first gentleman of the land. She hasn't seen the fact that every nation in the world is praising President John Dramani Mahama. Unprecedentedly, the Ghanaian city has been able to command the American dollar to show respect to it. The economy is booming. Hey, the finance minister is doing marvelously well, and everybody is applauding, including Bloomberg, including the man who called us all shitholers. I'm talking about Trump, America's Trump. My brother, my sister, Ghanaians are beginning to feel so Ghanaian now and have a lot of respect. Yes, the Minister of Foreign Affairs is globe-trotting, making sure every single Ghanaian in every single hole around the globe gets the justice that they deserve. But this woman here does not still see the importance of President Mahama becoming president and the milestones that have been achieved. So she put a camera on herself and then she started to throw allegations at the president. My brother, my sister, what did she say that caught the attention of the police? Watch this.
Mama kwati yampeni mi. Mama wa dross. Mama ukodi Yimiville. Papa no. Sesi awama ye opening no. Enya ade a ye begai. Ye hu se akwamdo. Unni sika odi be ye 24-hour economy no. Enti ye hu se akwamdo wi ye. Ebiere ye TikTokers na ye wa na ye wo followers no. Ye ba chira wo shege. Sa ukraman no waba. Ukraman no ade duro so wa America no waba. Eboa. Kevin Taylor walande ye nya information so walande. Na Mahama wo so nyame kumuma ye. Ubewu unu yire lodi na nyina. Sasi awama ye opening. Papa me no kasa wonti wo hu. Sa dia ni famu dia ni Georgia na wo ye so dwin 30 minutes pe. Sadi pa show exactly 5 for 35. So show. Sa pan was 6:30. You can catch her wonti because what for famu there. Apetition to say wo. Who nim sa dia na wo ye no wujimi. Wujimi because who my NPP before opening.
I honestly would have looked for her father and her mother, and I'll know the kind of people these parents are, with all respect to her parents. A bad fruit does not come out of nothing. It comes from a bad tree. Listen to the vitriol, calling the president names. insulting the president of the republic, gone beyond insults to denigrate him, call him a drunkard of appetition, and say that this man is a pedophile, and you don't have any scintilla of evidence. This is how a lot of these NPP foot soldiers talk. They are so much in a hurry to grab back power after 8 years of nonchalance and irresponsible leadership. When I first saw this video, I was so angry. In our society, men can disrespect men, and it's a little mild, though it is not subscribed to. But when women disrespect men, it is very serious. The accounts have a saying that I like, that when a woman calls a man foolish, say oba frebema kwasia, it is so hurting, so bad that it might end a marriage instantly. But if a man calls another man foolish or stupid, they could sort it out and walk. That is the kind of culture we have in our country. She put a camera on herself, called the president a drunkard, a pedophile, called him all sorts of names, and at the end of the day, threatened the life of the president and his wife, the first lady, that they would die. A woman. Do you think this woman is okay upstairs? What kind of desperation for power is this? Who paid her? Who asked her to go out there and speak like this? This is a woman, I'm told, has a child or children. Which man slept with this one too? Do you have eyes? Sometimes I look at some women, and I hate to say this, and I wonder which men will bring themselves to have an erection to penetrate these things. My brother, my sister, no matter how much Viagra I swallow and inject and inhale, I will never have an erection for a teen like this who has no respect. Just speaking anyhow. You can criticize the president. We all critique. But when you denigrate and threaten the life of the leader of your country like this, what message are you sending out? No common sense, does not even understand the difference between Togo and Togo. These are the people who were sleeping with their teachers while they were in school, got pregnant, and made unwanted abortions, my brother, my sister, before they reach here. Out of frustration, they think somebody is responsible for their failure. Listen to the words. Well, she didn't end there. She has more to say. Watch this.
Simply because by hook or crook, Sami Jemfi Sam George, dear Sam no manka. Sa flooding way de young bida, a woman say ye tonsio pan shoto, away the broso. Unkwa obay, Amagana bre, Yamana was saying doson. Amagana what do it say, when Timmy Ankasa, unkwa obay. Yakwaka, yes, my manka. What's the flight? Who you are by my anchor so faka? Nanka Nanti Ganas as soon as I bet a pain. Once a warehouse of Rania and so far near my warehouse. I'm not sure Uncle Fusujina Muyidio Mope. Don't come in, no. I did you what papa yet. And so would you also be what is a roted claim? And I will take it 24-hour economy man. We'll take it 24-hour market. I'll be Simamba, Omukofi, Omumba Bonti, no Marco Jari because Uncle Dufia. Omukununbeka so mujali omuhubom unyaba preface intro esa utapad saga wide udisa pad na na be ye bibia mo nti tukwaso no wakisin nwe moto opposition sa meja mfi munyina weni nso na nadu yin 8 years nso yiri Ghana da e wo se nyame na ye na ade ba niam na mu de sha asase ase musiesie mu na ntwe 32 ni niam na ye hu niam musie ye mu wie ye mu chepad Kamuchisuma, president, the whole Ghana, the whole globe, the whole Yasimina, open our bow with a pad, Mr. Pad, 24-hour economy, 24-hour nkoko. Come go sit down. So, you know what Roma. You know what Roma. But see my young. Boom.
Such a little fry. Did you hear the word I use? Fry. F-R-Y. Not fly. A fry is a little fish. Camphra. The Ashantis call it camphra. This is camphra. Keta school boys. Listen to the words from this ugly stinking mouth. 24-hour economy, you can't do it. That's okay. You are criticizing. It's good. Go ahead. But when you go beyond it and step out of the comfort zone into the danger zone, then you expose yourself to whatever you must be ready for. She said the president is the only president of Ghana who is sharing parts, sanitary parts, to women in Ghana. My brother, how many times haven't we heard in the past that we have leaders who have multiple iPads that they don't even know how to switch on? Yet, our little daughters in the schools are still struggling to get an iPad during that time. I beg your pardon, sanitary pad during that time of the month. President Mahama came in and told himself that, you know what? Yes, it is a natural thing that happens to women. I love women. Let me be sure that at least we will give this to our ladies so that they can keep themselves sanitized. She says it's a problem. A woman who probably has benefited from that. She says it is for the purposes of juju, purposes of black magic, and that the president buried 32 cows. That is why we have flooding all over Ghana. And she says it with so much seriousness as if she has any facts. Well, on the 9th of July, she was picked up. And when she was picked up, due to the intel that the IGP got, my brother, my sister, what? How they were even able to fish her out. My brother, we don't have too much time to go into that. If I was to gist to you, you will clap for the Ghana police. Wonderful intel. Picked her out from the hole that she was hiding in and pulled her out. She was shocked how she was picked up. She became numb all of a sudden. She froze. Look at her struggling to get onto the car. She's so much in a hurry. My brother, my sister, and then she was arraigned before court. And this silly liar, when she realized that she didn't have any facts, nothing at all, and a few crazy NPP people were also in the periphery supporting her. What kind of a nation are we building? What kind of a nation are we building? She threatens the life of the president. She tells a lot of lies. And then she has been picked up. My brother, my sister. And there she is. Arraigned before the courts. If the police hadn't surrounded her, I am sure she would have been used for Ngongo. They would have skinned her alive and served her meat to some Nigerian cannibals, maybe Ugandan cannibals or Ghanaian cannibals. But they guarded her, put her in there. When she was slapped with a 1-year prison sentence, you know what she did? She ran to the IGP and told the IGP that she was pregnant. Somebody had hinted her that, oh, once you are pregnant, your jail term would be delayed. So go and say this. The last time this one slept with a man was probably 50 years ago, when she was not even born. Which man wants this one? You want it? It is so sad. Look at her. I wish she had been taken for some mental checkup, to be honest with you. Because look at her countenance. Look at her. What is she telling news people? Watch her face. Watch this. This doesn't look normal to me. Well, she told the IGP and the court that she was pregnant. And the IGP said, well, the court said, well, she thought it was in the days when we would have to fly all the way to Germany with samples, go all the way to Afghanistan, transition right there inside Oceania, transit in Holland before we get to El Dorado to find out exactly if she's pregnant or not. Immediately, there was a pregnancy test that was arranged. Bam! It came out that she wasn't pregnant. She was only saying that to delay the court case. My brother, my sister, she was bundled up like a sack of cassava and carried all the way to the prison to go and join Sedena Tamaklu Ationu. She's lucky she didn't go there to meet Agrada. But the NPP is at it again. There's a guy called Nana B. His father was Boachi Matres. He was a very wealthy businessman in the days. For a reason, Rawlings found a way of collapsing the business of this guy, which I don't support. But he said he did it for tax evasion reasons. My brother, my sister, I have read so much about that. I wasn't there when this thing happened. But whatever it was, that was what Rawlings said. And this man, from that time, has developed some kind of aversion for anything that ends in a DC. Whether it starts with PN or it just starts with N, is the same value. He doesn't like anything that ends in DC. Not even Damsuman, which is called DC. My brother, my sister, this is the guy. He's called Nana B. Nana B has posted something on social media. And I need us to see exactly what it is. Watch this. See, Henry Nana Boachi, President Mahama's war against free speech, the case of Camilla Alassane. I've observed the wide outrage on social media about the 1-year incarceration of TikToker Camilla Alassane for allegedly publishing false news about President Mahama. Now, the public anger is justified, well placed, and a strong indication of Ghanaians' intolerance of the abuse of power by the current government. However, the actual horror story is here. The actual horror story here is the carefully orchestrated antecedent that landed Camilla in jail in less than a week of her arrest. 1. The police arrested Camilla on Friday, 9th July 2026, and immediately arraigned her before court without access to counsel or any family. Under those circumstances, the young lady pleaded guilty to the offense without the advice of counsel, and same was recorded by the court. 2. The following Saturday, when a counsel and family appeared at the Spintex police station after searching several police stations, Camilla had been physically assaulted. A fact confirmed in the presence of a counsel, family, and a senior police officer who was alleged to have brought her to the Spintex police station. This is Nana B talking. Number 3. On Monday, the 30th of July 2026, Camilla's lawyers filed a motion for her plea to be retaken by the court so that her case can be properly tried for the prosecution to establish the offense. And this motion was fixed by the court's registrar to be heard on the 23rd of July 2026. 4. Surprisingly, when she appeared before the circuit court today, the presiding judge asked Camilla's lawyers for a few minutes only to proceed to write and hand down the excessive 1-year sentence. The judge failed to even acknowledge the pendency of the consequential application for her plea to be retaken, which could have reversed the miscarriage of Camilla pleading guilty under duress earlier. Now, the protection of free speech covers all speech including harsh and offensive speech, which is why defamation laws exist. Yet, the Mahama government keeps showing its insatiable appetite to use law enforcement to harass its critics and reinstate the culture of silence. Lawyers for Camilla are currently preparing to appeal the case and restore her freedom. Dash. The good thing is that lawyers can appeal. She can have 1 million lawyers. She can go from one state to the other until everything is exhausted. That means that the law is working. My brother, these are the hungry wolves who are hungry for power. Nana B and all those other jackals, political jackals. They are looking for power. The 8 years of stealing, massive stealing, is not enough for them. NPP, never again. I am so fed up with this party. I don't know. My brother, 8 years of nonchalance, 8 years of arrogance, 8 years of foolishness. I am fed up with these NPP guys. When Nana AKUFO-ADDO came, we were those who supported him. Maybe one of these days I have to play back some of those tapes so people would get to see how much of cheerleaders we were. Because he spoke about something that was so pan-African. Africa beyond what? Aid. We supported that. We applauded that speech. But he was only a joker, comedian, worse than Nkomode and Bishop Bobokala. At the end of the day, he carried a magic chair in a certain V8, fully air-conditioned, and the taxpayer paid for that grigri. Find out what grigri means. G-R-I. Seriously. Today, these hungry political jackals, hungry for power, after stealing so much, my brother, you know, easy money comes and it goes so easily. They have finished spending it. They want to come back and loot again. We still remember that woman who had millions under her bed in all major currencies of the world. NPP, never again. We remember the lies Bawumia told us day and night. NPP, never again. We remember Nana Addo's arrogance, commanding chiefs and kings to get up and herald his arrival like King Nebuchadnezzar. NPP, never again. We remember how your Attorney General waited and wasted time during COVID. Instead of going to the international cause to fight for Ghana's cause. And you know what happened? We finally were forced to pay judgment debts to ingrates and idiots. My brother, my sister, all because of arrogance. What do you mean? And when did you infano? NPP, never again. The police issued a statement. What did the police say? Come here. Run it, my youth. Police is speaking. And this is from the annals of the police service. Interesting. Police secure conviction of Camilla Alhassan for offensive conduct. Now, the Ghana Police Service has secured the conviction and sentencing of Camilla Alhassan, 43, to 1 year imprisonment with hard labor by the Accra Circuit Court for offensive conduct following the publication of offensive and abusive content on social media targeting the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and the First Lady, Mrs. Lordina Mahama. Now, the convict was arrested on the 9th of July 2026 through an intelligence-led operation after police intercepted a TikTok video in which she made offensive, insulting, and derogatory remarks against the President and the First Lady, including threats against their lives and false allegations concerning the President's private life. The statements were considered capable of disturbing public peace and undermining national cohesion. Following investigations, convict Camilla Alhassan was charged with offensive conduct and false communication and put before the Accra Circuit Court, although sentencing was initially deferred following her claim that she was pregnant. A medical examination conducted at the police hospital confirmed that she was not pregnant. On the 16th of July, 2026, the court sentenced her to 1 year imprisonment with hard labor. The Ghana police is also taking steps, and this tells you how angry the IGP is. The Ghana Police Service is also taking steps to put the convict before the High Court on the separate charge of false communication under the Electronic Communications Act 2008, Act 775. Sasa. The Ghana Police Service reminds the public that while the Constitution guarantees freedom of expression, that right must be exercised responsibly and within the confines of the law. The service reiterates that social media is not a platform for spreading falsehoods, making threats, or publishing unlawful content, and once warns that anyone who engages in criminal conduct online will face the full rigors of the law. Signed by one Richmond Mensah, the Deputy Superintendent of Police, Staff Officer, Public Affairs. That's it. This is the IGP. COP Tete Yohon. Over 40 years of policing, he was so nauseated that a 43-year-old, you are not a 2-year-old, will put a camera on herself, activate recording, and tell blatant lies. Well, her sponsors should go and save her. I will not be surprised when this lady finally comes out. The first person to be at the prison gate will be Baumia to take a photo with her and dance offbeat. It's possible. It's possible. Did you hear me say that? It's possible. Look, listen. If our country must grow, we have to look at Ghana first. What is it that Mahama is doing that is not worth applauding? After close to 2 years of being in power, we are seeing nothing but glimmers of excellence. Can I rephrase that? After almost 2 years in power, all we are seeing is not a semblance. It is the true manifestation of hard work, integrity, and patriotism. This TikToker, I have no sympathy for you one bit. You have no respect. There are people in the NPP that I don't like, and there are those that I will die for. When I'm speaking, I speak with common sense. I don't threaten people's lives. I don't denigrate people, because it is weak minds that do that. Abronye, leave the denigration and the foolishness to Abronye and that other guy, Poliando. That's his name, right? That guy. Leave them. Let them play the buffoonery. Abronye called the president names. The whole Ashanti regional chairman sat on his radio station in the days of Nana Addo and called the president a pedophile who slept with his own servant. At the time, he was a former president. Then when we say this, some people say Kevin Taylor. It's not everything Kevin Taylor says we agree with. My brother, my sister. But again, it is not about personalities. It's about the justice system. It's about Ghana. It's about Ghana. Ghanaians seem to love insults. Fini Jonas. 1 trillion people will listen to him insult and denigrate people. You will listen to Kevin Taylor. He will make all the sense that he can. Time after time, once in a while, he also descends into a few other areas. Maybe we do too. But we know. Better still, let me speak for myself. I know where to draw the line. That is why all these years, you have never heard of any lawsuit until Shatawale decided to break the record and take me to the courts. That I called him a Sakawa boy, that he himself called himself by. It's the Blakk pot. AKA Kokoshonomo. Bring it here. Come here. Come here. Come here. No sympathy for you. Wallahi. I'll find time, come to the prison there, and tell you in your ear that you are very, very disrespectful. You. Look at you like a chicken. Where are all your sponsors? The best they can do for you is to bring you cabin biscuits whilst you are in there, so you can go to toilet regularly to clog their toilets. The best they can do for you whilst you are there is to bring you fried rice and expired chicken so you can eat and get cancer. The best they can do for you is to use your name to do politics in an attempt to win back power. Power that, if they win after 6 million years, you would have been dead. Dash is the Blakk pot, a.k.a. Kokoshonomo. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 2. Watch this. Dodo. The NPP NP OPPONG-NKRUMAH says will be arrested next week. Many people have called me. Blakk RASTA, do you know the MP who OPPONG-NKRUMAH is talking about? OPPONG-NKRUMAH granted an interview, and in that interview, he told the whole Ghana that in the coming week, an NPP MP would be arrested. What point did he try to make? The John Dramani Mahama government is using state machinery to weaponize his actions against opposition politicians. May I break it down? Oh, he's using EOCO, the courts, the police, the soldiers, and all those people to intimidate opposition people. And I didn't expect that from a brother like this that I worked with at Media General. He looked like somebody who was bright and somebody who really cared about Ghana. But that tells you what politics can do. That is why me, Blakk RASTA, I will never be a politician. Wallahi. Hey, I have seen how good and wonderful people, maybe they were pretending, got into politics and they got totally overhauled into demons. I have seen great, wonderful people who went into politics, my brother, my sister, and their true self manifested. OPPONG-NKRUMAH is supposed to be a bright guy. So I will not forgive him when he makes mistakes that dumb people make. Even in religion, it is said that ignorance of whatever action that is said to be bad is not punishable. La ikra fi din. There's no compulsion in religion. But it is also said, Innamal a'mal bin niyat. Kai, Blakk RASTA, teach. Sheikh, teach. Innamal a'mal bin niyat. That every action shall be judged according to the intention. Dodo, Alhaji Magana. Dodo, This is the point. When people like this that we know are quite bright speak like toddlers, I shiver. And I believe that Ghana is retrogressing rapidly. In fact, geometrically. He's a lawyer. He just became a lawyer. What did he say? Maybe I didn't hear well. Can I take you to the studios and listen to exactly what he said? Come follow me. Watch this.
Oma Catherine said next week, come back to the MPs in the back.
How di kan catch them?
Oma Catherine,
and they 16th, me boy. And they 16th.
Okay. Troto. Almost next week, come back to the MPs in the back. Almost in our frame, in that kind of conversation we say.
I see. Almost see next week, come back to NPP MPs in the back.
Oma Catherine.
I see.
Troto.
Metro.
He spoke in a can. To those of you who don't know the language, he said, interviewer, write it down. Next week, they are going to arrest one of us from the parliament, the NPP MPs. One of them will be arrested next week. He will be arrested. And when this person is arrested, call me back and we'll continue with this conversation. Empty, dirty, political gimmicks meant for toddlers and infants. That is where this guy has descended. And it's sad. When I meet him and there is a chance to speak with him, I'll tell him, brother, grow up and stop the nonsense. It's annoying. This guy too is trying to say that whatever is happening, the wanton stealing in his government, he didn't see. Now that it is time to account for their stewardship, it's a problem. What is it that this government has done in following up accountability that is untoward? Tell me. You know what OPPONG-NKRUMAH is trying to do? They know that a lot of people have stolen from their government. And they know that the way EOCO is moving, under that blue suit wearing dude, Capo di tutti capi, one capore, this guy here with the white beard called Remonacha. It's like a burning wildfire in the Hamatan. They know how the Stanford lawyer, the cigar chomping Zwarungu boy, Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayene, and his assistant, the Honorable Justice Dr. Sremsai, they know that the way they are moving, they are gathering moss beyond every scientific definition. Hallelujah. They say a rolling moss, a rolling stone gathers no moss, right? But these rolling stones are gathering moss because they have adhesives that pick up all the alleged criminals on their path of rolling. Hallelujah. My brother, my sister, now OPPONG-NKRUMAH knows that this is going to continue because people have work to do and is genuine. So they are playing on the minds of the people. Oh, they are coming to arrest us. Wait, next week they will arrest us. So when it happens, we said it. But these are people who don't have Ghana at heart. They are wicked people. When Cecilia, the power and the rest hoarded millions under their beds. When your president was busily carrying a magic chair like Aladdin, maybe he even had an oil lamp under his oversized suit. Walking, globe-trotting, my brother, my sister, like Napoleon Bonaparte. Nobody saw it to be funny. My brother, my sister, it's the day of reckoning. There's a new sheriff in town who is ready to leave a patriotic legacy, not a thieving kleptocracy. Odo shege damboroba. Now they are all scared that the way this government is moving, the government is behaving like a mop, mopping up the debt of corruption. Hallelujah. Look at how they are picking them up. And all the allegations around them are so heavy. The investigations are equally so heavy. In fact, heavier than lead. Look at Hanan. The other day, they said he was about to run away, and the evidence is heavy. Look at Edubuahene, under that sleeping dwarf. My brother, my sister, he allegedly raped the nation with no lubrication. Hallelujah. And many others. They are all being taken to court. Mustafa Hamid, inshallah, we must rescue this. He's gone quiet. Talk. Quiet. Inshallah, with tears, we must rescue our nation. The nation has been so depraved and so deprived to the point that it is the worst time to call yourself a Ghanaian. Inshallah, we shall rescue this. Oh, don't cry. I supported him. Because for me, the nation was not going right. And when we removed Mahama and brought them in, they introduced a kind of governance, a system of governance that was the grandfather of kleptocracy, plutocracy. Shege. They introduced plutocracy. That's the great-grandfather of kleptocracy. They left us in debt, unprecedented. We saw haircuts in unprofessional barbering shops by unprofessional barbers. I keep saying it. Some of the haircuts they gave to our retirees rendered them bald for life. Some of them are in shallow, early graves. Posterity will judge you guys. Look at a group of looters. Now, the place has to be mopped and they are crying. Cheap communiques, tactics. Tactics that are used by toddlers. By so doing, they are trying to intimidate the authorities. To say, oh, they said we'll catch somebody. Let's wait. Let's disappoint them. Let's not catch. No. They will be caught. Wallahi. The work has to be done. We were using these tricks when we were 5 years. Mommy, I know if I tell you I'm hungry, you won't give me food. So me, I'm not going to ask you for food. At the age of 5. That's what OPPONG-NKRUMAH is doing. Oh, they would arrest them next week. When they arrest them, say, we said it. If they don't arrest them, come and say, because we said it, they have decided to stay away. No, the work could be done. The work will be done. I thought that they would rather come out and tell us, oh no, this person hasn't stolen anything. Miracles ABOAGYE, 55 million. They're asking him for that. He's in the office of EOCO crying and begging. His accountant has cried himself dry. He has paid part of the money. But the moment he walks out of the offices of EOCO, he gets some new Dutch courage. You know what that means, right? Dutch courage. Ha 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 ha. Yes, they want to intimidate me, but I am Captain Planet. Let our powers combine. Nanado, Bawumia, Mustafa Hamid, Edubuahene. Let us combine, and I am Planet. Show. Even Captain Planet has a day to die. And this is the time. It's the day of reckoning. It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we have more. Hey-ya! Hey-you! Kai! Wayo! Kogu!
Sometimes you just need a moment for yourself, a moment to slow down, feel the water, and let the day fade. Tesori is more than just a shower. It's a moment of pure calm, smooth, creamy, and relaxing. With forest therapy, Persian dream, royal oud, thalassotherapy, ikigai, fior di loto, and karma, all in convenient 500 milliliter bottles. There's a Tesori scent to fit every mood, every moment, every kind of you. Feel the lather on your skin. Breathe in the aroma. Let stress melt away and just enjoy the calm. You don't just feel clean. You feel refreshed, confident, and yourself. Tesori d'Oriente. Luxury is a feeling. For bulk purchases, contact Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599.
Tesori d'Oriente.
Blakk Pot, Kukushonomo.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, and here we speak truth to power. Do me a favor, please subscribe to the channel and hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. Please like the show and at the same time, recommend us to family and friends. We are the biggest online when it comes to patriotism. Here we don't do politics. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, and here we speak truth to power. Story number 3. Watch this. AFENYO-MARKIN begs MAHAMA over NPP criminal prosecutions. So you see, whilst one man is begging, another man is engaged in cheap communist populist propaganda. But it's not about begging. It's not about how much tears you can shed. It's all about the work being done. It's not about MAHAMA. It's not about EOCO. It's not about Akuritinga Ayene. Neither is it about Semsai. It's not about Black Rasta. It's about Ghana. MAHAMA has no right to stop any prosecution. No right, absolutely. Has no right to shield any criminal. My brother, my sister, AFENYO-MARKIN is called Osahin Alexander AFENYO-MARKIN. He is the minority, micro to the umpteenth time minority in parliament. If you want to see them in parliament, you need a magnifying glass of the highest lens. They are non-existent in there. They used to be in the majority. They played with the lives of Ghanaians And Ghanaians taught them a very bitter lesson. They reduced them to nothingness. Yes. This is AFENYO-MARKIN. He's a guy that I like in one way or the other. Even though he has his weaknesses. And sometimes he goes overboard. This is him. AFENYO-MARKIN. This was the same guy who slapped a policeman that we saw allegedly on tape 3 times. Bang, bang, bang. A uniformed policeman. And later, instead of succumbing to humility and going to speak to the policeman and say, you know what, bros? It was adrenaline. Please come, let's have a drink. Let's eat some banku and fish. Forgive me. No, arrogance, political expediency. Yes, political correctness. This is the guy. He has never apologized. And I hear his house is just a few meters away from the Tesano police station where that gentleman is. And the laws of Ghana have been quiet. The police service is very angry. The docket has been sent to the Attorney General. The Attorney General is supposed to act on it. As to what is causing the freeze, your guess is as good as mine. You see, these people protect each other. They no longer really look at Ghana anymore. They look at the game of chess. When it's your turn to move, move freely. And when it's my turn, give me that fluidity of movement. But his time will come. Posterity will judge them one after the other if the laws of the country fail. I beg your pardon. My brother, my sister, this is AFENYO-MARKIN. I chanced upon a tape in which he was talking to the President of the Republic. And he was saying, you do me, I do you politics must stop. The accounts have an Edinkra symbol that says, Obi Nkabi. Find me that symbol. Obi Nkabi. Obi Nkabi. It's like 2 lizards that are turned against each other. Obi Nkabi. My brother, my sister. Listen. What he's saying makes a lot of sense. Politics of retribution. Politics of retaliation. That's what he's talking about. Hey, the president who stood against this kind of politics was John Evans Atta Mills. Obi Nkabi. Nobody buys the other. That's it. My brother, my sister, AFENYO-MARKIN spoke in the days of John Evans Atta Mills. Rawlings was pushing him. That was his political mentor. Jail these NPP people. The corrupt guys, jail them. Punish them. Push for their prosecution. And John Evans Atta Mills told the former president, then his own mentor, that, oh, Asumgye, and Rawlings asked, what is Asumgye? Say, oh, Asumgye. So we nicknamed him Asumgye, the king of peace. Asumgye, cool ears. We nicknamed him Asumgye. He never prosecuted any member of the past regime. He said, let's start on a plain note of rehabilitation. Rehabilitation. Let us start on a plain sheet of rehabilitation. Let us do that. That was what he said. And Rawlings from that time became his enemy. No wonder time after time, he made ridiculous remarks about John Evans Atta Mills. And even at the time, he himself said it, Rawlings himself, that when he told him to prosecute all those criminals, that was the word he liked to use, criminals. He said, oh, leave them. Oh, leave them. Me, I want to have a clean sheet. No, Rawlings didn't like that idea. He wanted them to be prosecuted. And that was where I felt that John Evans Atta Mills made a mistake. It's not for you, as president, to decide that criminals should go free. No. The nation demands justice. When are you going to get justice? Even in heaven, there's supposed to be justice. Bad people go to hell and good people go to heaven. True? AFENYO-MARKIN spoke. Let's listen to what he said. And what did President Mahama say back? Watch this.
I think that Mr. President would leave a good legacy if he's able to end this vicious cycle of you do me, I do you. My brother, I concede that we, the two political parties, have not done enough to stop this idea of political witch hunt. I concede. But there must be an end somewhere. I can speak for myself. I will not mention names. But when the 8 years of NPP, look, there was one day in the early days, 2017, I was in Winneba. A very important appointee of the Mahama administration was detained at EOCO. The wife had a little baby. And this man, I call him Wafa, a very good friend of mine. So he called me. I said, Wafa, I say, Omo di mi aba EOCO. Meanwhile, wife kra akola ketwa. Ye mienu pe na ye wo fi. Wife are you worried? Look, I drove from Winneba to Accra, straight to EOCO, went to ACP Amoa, and I said, Counsel, it's not fair. If you finished interrogating the man, let him go. I wasn't satisfied with his response. From there, I drove to Frema, Chief of Staff. It was around 11 p.m. And by the grace of God, that respected former appointee was made to go without asking him to post some property worth the amount being investigated. I did that for several others when I was not even in leadership. And when I came into leadership, together with somebody like Napo, sometimes people don't know who Napo is. The right time will come, we'll talk about him. Napo, Kandapa, Gabi. Sometimes people attack him. He is always being attacked here and there. We did a lot of night walking into ensuring that certain excesses are not pursued. I wouldn't say we 100% achieved what had to be achieved. All right? There were still some excesses and all of that. I am saying that the NDC getting this opportunity, it is true that some of them are bitter as a result of certain excesses during the AKUFO-ADDO administration. I concede. But we are a country. We are a democracy. Can't we pause and say that let's end this? Now, finally, I am making that call on Mr. President because of the great respect I have for him. That Mr. President, you can make it happen so that it makes life easy for those of us who are also moderates on the MPP side. That when Dr. Bawumia assumes office in 2029 and anybody is being attacked, we can call whoever out. At cabinet, people can contribute and say that no, let's end this thing. Because it is not good for the image of the country. We waste so much time attacking people If the person is involved in any wrongdoing, pursue him, but with a human face. Let the law be there for everybody. It's not only me who is questioning the actions of government. Harun Edrisu has called out EOCO and all. The recent non-custodial sentencing law. Go and listen to Honorable Muntaka at the second reading. He spoke about some of these excesses in our system. So all I'm saying is that Mr. President has a golden opportunity to leave us with a legacy that would say that no to the vicious cycle of you do me, I do you. I will celebrate him if he's able to achieve that. That is the only demand I would want to make of him.
He was speaking with my very good friend Winston Amoah. My brother, from where I sit, he's only trying to save his own head. That's all I see. Yes, on paper it's making sense. But on hindsight, he's trying to save his own head. He himself might not be that clean. For all you know, EOCO is gradually closing up on him. I don't know. My brother, listen to the analysis. With all respect, he spoke fluently. It looked like he was making sense. But there's no common sense in this. Absolutely. Now hear this. Oh, they arrested somebody from the NDC in the days of the NPP. And then they took him to EOCO. This Amoah guy interrogated him and locked him up. And he called him his political messiah. Come, wifey is at home. And we have a little child. My brother, my sister, a little child. We are the only two in the house. Wifey is getting worried. What happened to social welfare? If this was in America, you would think they will release him just because the wife has a little child. When they catch a father and a mother who are illegally living in the country, they send them back and take the little 1 hour-old baby, 1 hour-old baby to social welfare. That is how rigorous the laws must be. She has a little child in the house, so what? Where is social welfare? Let the institutions work, or else every criminal would have an alibi. One lie. Oh, me too, I have a choke. A choke. Yeah, me too, yeah, me out. But me choke, me what choke. No, sir. If the country must work, the law must be colorless and faceless. It doesn't matter whether it's AFENYO-MARKIN's elder brothers, senior brothers, younger brothers, sisters, uncle. Or Haruna Idrisu's goats, brothers, shepherd, whatever. Let the truth be colorless, faceless, and odorless like water. Hallelujah. He said, when they were in power, they did a lot of night walking in order to cut out some of the excesses. That is good. If there are excesses, fine. But what are the excesses from Mahama? He's one of the most gentle presidents I have seen in Nana Addo's regime, and I hate these comparisons. We saw how journalists were treated. Manasseh Azure was chased out of the country. He ran all the way to South Africa. And when he came home 24/7, he had armed policemen holding guns as long as fufu pistols guarding him. In the days of Nana Addo, my brother, my sister, we saw what happened. And AFENYO-MARKIN says, yes, there were excesses on both sides. I do you, you do me. Me too, I do you, you do me. You do me, me too, I do you. Must stop. That makes sense. But my brother, if I do you, you do me, it's all about giving favors to political partners. and cliques and cronies. No, sir. That's not what we're looking for. No. Ha! Whoever was in EOCO's custody, my brother, my sister, should be there. As long as investigations are going on legally, there should be a reason. Let the law work. If they free him and he runs away. This was what happened to Ajua Safo. That she had a baby. Listen to this nonsense. Ajua Safo had a baby. She was breastfeeding. And she had been nominated for a ministerial position that had to do with babies, women, children, and social welfare. And she was supposed to come to the Parliament House and be vetted. When she came, Harun Idrisu was sitting there. And some other people. Her vetting was the shortest. And the reason was that she was breastfeeding. And she had to go home and feed her baby. What happened to feeding bottles where women squeeze milk into? What was wrong with her bringing her baby to the Parliament House? Or better still, it could have been conducted on Zoom for all of us to see in the comfort of her home. Our mothers carry us on their backs and carry sacks of cassava. They are sweating and moving. You cannot bring your baby to the Parliament House to sit down for an hour or so to be vetted. No, they gave her the most abysmal vetting, and she became the worst minister ever in the history of this nation. Maybe only next to OPPONG-NKRUMAH and Amoaten, who took heroin and cocaine to America, wherever he went to. This nonchalance must stop. This apartheid behavior must stop. Political favors. Oh, these are my friends. So we are in power. Let us give them a favor. When we also come, we give them favor. That is the true I do you, you do me. Political favors to cronies, the nation will never develop. AFENYO-MARKIN should have told him, I believe in the law. Can you say this in America? Can you say this in Japan, in China, that you've been picked up by the authorities for investigation, and you call a political person and say, hey, and then he rushes to the authority and says, free this person because he has a little baby. Yet all of you idiots want to go to America. If they had done the same nonsense that you are in Ghana doing, you think that you would want to go there? If you want to be a rich man, start behaving like a rich man now. You can't want to be a rich man and be sleeping every day and every night. Is that what rich people do? If I am arrested by EOCO or arrested by anybody and I go there, I will present whatever I have to present. This is me, to the best of my ability. My brother, if you want to lock me up and use unnecessary power on me, the laws are supposed to work. First and foremost, let's instill the discipline of patriotism in our people for them to see that it's all about Ghana, not about political jingoisms and gymnastics. Is this hard to understand? Tell me. You sit down and say, and then I had MPP time, I helped NDC people, and she had a baby, and they had to go home within, I went to Frema, and they released him. And what became of that issue? It was under the same Amwa, if I'm not mistaken, that Edu Buahene got the chance to allegedly swindle the state, the way investigators are telling us. Oh, please don't go there. Well, Mahama has responded, and it's on Ghana Web. Yes, it's on Ghana Web. Headlines. Mahama has given him a response. I don't take delight in prosecuting people. President Mahama. Dash. He has answered. And when you read the story, it says, it is the evidence that takes them there and not political retribution. That's it. It's the Blakk pot, a.k.a. KOKA Discharged. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 4. Watch this. I regret wasting cash and cars. Cash and cars on AKUFO-ADDO, Ashanti region chief. Hey! But Ashanti region is supposed to be the bedrock, the foundation of the NPP. True? Ashanti region is supposed to be the World Bank of the NPP, right? So how? Ashanti regional chief? How possible? Maybe Otumfuo is not aware that there's a chief like this somewhere. What is this chief saying? I regret wasting cash and cars on AKUFO-ADDO. He is the chief of Agric-Nzema. He is the chief of Agric-Nzema in the Ashanti region. No. Obo. Pow. This is the man. He is the chief of Agric-Nzema. My brother, my sister, and he has a daughter who is an MP. The daughter was said to be the youngest MP at the time. My brother, my sister, and you know which party? The NPP. So what happened? That all of a sudden, this chief is throwing tantrums, bombs. Hey, no. Pow! No. Do you know this chief? I love those years. We are going to enter into his skin like a flea and find out what is in his intestines. No. Come here. Run the doors here. Pow! His name is Nana Nkansa Buedu Ayebuafo. Powerful name. There's no John in that name, no Clement in that name, no Elijah in that name, no Elisha in that name. It is a pure Akan name. Nana Nkansa Buedu Ayebuafo. Piao! He's the traditional chief of Agric-Nzema. So he is Agric-Nzema Hene. He's a prominent chief in the area, and people know him. And that is a suburb of Kwadaso municipality of Kumasi within the Ashanti region of Ghana. And I'm talking about Agric-Nzema. He is widely recognized across Ashanti as a highly progressive traditional ruler. Did you hear that? Otumfuo knows him. He's also a wealthy businessman and an impactful philanthropist. No. Piao! I love this man. You know why? Now watch this. His title is Agric-Nzema Hene. He rules under the authority of the Asante Hene, Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, Nana Piao, within the structural hierarchy of the Ashanti region. Flip. My brother, my sister, go according to the script. This is a jump. My brother, my sister, we are talking about this chief. And the interesting thing about him is that in the days of COVID, you know what he did? He paid the electricity bills of everybody inside Agric-Nzema. Hey! He paid the electricity bills and water bills of everybody right inside Agric-Nzema. That suburb of Kwadaso, right there. My brother, my sister, in Kumasi. He's the father of Mavis, the youngest MP at the time. Hey, now this wonderful chief, a Greek, Nzimahene, is a wealthy man. Yes. And he has actively engaged in regional governance, filing nominations to contest as the Ashanti regional representative to the Regional Council of State. And look at what I just said. Aside from his traditional duties, he operates as a highly successful civil contractor and entrepreneur. He is credited with, listen, single-handedly financing major infrastructure developments and driving urban improvement within his hometown and the broader Kumasi area. He doesn't wait for government to come and build roads. He builds them. He doesn't wait for government to come and give people light. He pays for their light. Hey! Now look at what he did, which we just told you about. During the pandemic, he famously absorbed 50% of his community members' electricity bills and provided continuous food relief, including thousands of bags of rice, cooking oil, and canned fish, along with cash stipends, some people say stipends, for small businesses. He donated 11 tipper trucks to sub-chiefs and 2 minibuses to Nzima Traditional Council to spur regional development and honor the Ashanti Hini's 75th birthday milestones. Onye Oheneketwa. Piao! This kind of piao, if you say it, you have to close both eyes. Piao! Flip! Nana Nkansa Buedu Aye Buafo. My brother, my sister, is a member of the NPP. Oh, yes. Yes. The most prominent structural controversy surrounding Nana Nkansa Buedu is his deep involvement in partisan politics, which is legally restricted for traditional rulers under Ghana's 1992 constitution. You know that, right? Now, prior to the NPP Superdelegates Conference, a petition was submitted to the Ashanti Hini Otumfuo Osei II by another sub-chief. The petitioner demanded that the Agric Nzimahene be restrained from voting as a delegate. Or, what reason did he give? Flip. Proxy. Arguing that his active engagement in party politics undermined the sanctity of the chieftaincy institution and directly breached constitutional laws. Groups defending Nana Buedu counter-argued that he retained his fundamental human right to association. I honestly don't support chiefs in politics. My brother, my sister. Now, there was also something big. Nana Nkansa Buedu is heavily connected to the NPP. And his daughter, Mavis Nkansa Buedu, oh yes, serves as a member of parliament. This has placed him at the center of intense party dispute. You remember when she won the elections? She became the youngest at the time. Now, following outbreaks of violence and disruptions by armed macho men at the Council of State Representative elections in Kumasi, Nana Nkansa Buedu openly blamed the Ashanti regional minister. He publicly accused the minister of orchestrating the chaos and using state security failures to intentionally sabotage his bid for the Council of State. My brother, so many other controversies. Public feuds with the NPP national chairman. Some of them he apologized for. On one instance, he apologized for whatever happened. Interpersonal party clashes and apologies. That's what I'm talking about. Flip. But we are coming to today's thing. Hey. Flip and follow me. Okay? Watch this. Now, during the build-up to party primaries, Nana Buedu was involved in a heated altercation with local party executives and delegates. A voice recording leaked online exposing the dispute, which led to Nana Buedu causing the arrest of an NPP member over alleged insults and threats. An action critics later flagged as a wrongful or heavy-handed escalation. So Nana sometimes can be heavy-handed. Now watch this. And this is interesting. This is what we are talking about today. Nana launched a blistering public attack on the ruling New Patriotic Party, the NPP, which heavily, in fact, demeaned the party, while heavily praising former President John Dramani Mahama. What did he say? This marks an explosive turning point, as the chief has been a major financial pillar of the NPP since 1992. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? A major financial pillar for the NPP from 1992. How old were you in 1992? I was 18 years. He has been financing the NPP from when it was NPP till now. Now he has broken links with the party. Why? Now, during a live interview on OKFM, I will play you that tape, Nana Nkansah-Boadu expressed severe frustration over his decades of financial commitment to the NPP. He bluntly stated, the NPP party I've been supporting since 1992 has never helped me like the NDC. Jesus have mercy. Sasa. Listen, watch this. Wasted cash support. He lamented pumping massive amounts of private cash into building and sustaining the NPP in the Ashanti region, only to be marginalized, sabotaged, and disrespected by current party executives. He specifically aimed his fury at NPP General Secretary Justin Frimpong Kodua, warning him to be very careful and accusing party executives of trying to destroy his legacy despite his financial sacrifices. And then this is where we talk about the cash and the cars. Addressing his historical support for former President AKUFO-ADDO, the chief made startling revelations about his personal funding of the party's top leadership. He bought cars for Nana Addo. That's what he said. Nana Boadu declared that during crucial periods when the NPP lacked resources, he personally used his wealth to buy official vehicles for Nana Addo to facilitate his campaigns and political movements. In his outburst, he confidently dared critics to verify his claim, stating, ask Kufuor about the money I spent and AKUFO-ADDO about the cars I bought for him. And what did he say about Mahama? That's the final thing. In a complete reversal from his past stance, where he once strictly warned the NDC and demanded Mahama apologize over political comments, Nana Boadu openly declared his allegiance and brotherhood to John Dramani Mahama. And what did he say? President Mahama too, he's a very good friend of mine. Let me tell you, President Mahama, he is my friend. He is my brother. He publicly credited Mahama and the NDC for offering him genuine support and showing him far more respect and appreciation than his own party, the NPP, ever did. That's it. NPP. Agu poto. Fantefose. We. What's Ajigong A+. Hi. Your chief financier from 1992 when I was a teenager. You disrespect him. Nebuefu. Nana Boko. Nana Mesi Boko. Nana Boko. Boko Wate. He's angry. He said he has spent money, giving cash to his party. He has bought cars for Nana Addo personally. Yet, the party that really made him smile again was not his own party, but the NDC. He has regretted wasting his money on that party, NPP. He seems to be saying, never again. Watch this.
American thing, I'm sure me the office. me bani buy na me o me dey okay say me dey fie na I sika kanye
nana eno ko se one ma ba omia dan so okuma se for the office
oyene me na me fie mu ye bia ma no sebi eni mu won kata ta ba bia oba oda kura me na efie no sa wa ne ka ayi me na me abusa ne so me na me ma no me na me ma ba ya manya no ne ka wasem no kwa de o se ne obi po bi asa na we bibi ma na ye ka wasem
me da se ai
o po bi wa ye mpen ki kanesa eno kwa de wa here masrew because I'm a pen no one more damn ya you want me do woman one be sorry NPP for that what penny me penny di won ya pa eno oko steering committee obi won kan wo check o here ke obi the party ni din akwaje nkofo be dum yen sadi nkofo be dum yen sa we do be call police we do be ko say we do be ko say sa tam no ye party company for the constituency enti wo ba ye wo ba be stade no so bi na koyo den nkofo na deputy pass akwa wo kwa enye yie eno mo disqualify no eno boy na the court or the court no court no catch so me 5,000 ma party no on san apology letter and sana baba fie na akwala ya anye na no obai na no ya obai o katekia kwa fa ne se one na dabre ho ye one kodua no ene ye wura ayi e friend say former chief of staff ko don piani na e beso me bonidi but why ade ama no wan nwa ojo wo be ye chief of staff wo je ni ma wo na wo control bibia busa se constitution office amati busa se
ya be wo krom
ya ba we ni ano no me ni ano no me ni ano ya ba we ya jama ya ba we na papa fi amwate eti ko yampia ni emi nia ko yampia ni butane se part no ya ko ya bibia ma ko yampia ni adaboa the sika fees of ko ya chief of staff for the constituency no e 700 cedis
we dey ka
papa won kata ne boa
na 700 cedis
700 Ghana cedis 700 Ghana cedis sika na say 7 million ani ewurai e dia koboa eno pa kwa na wo mo koye bone na court achina so wo na the case ni court no be na de no koyo wo mo disqualify na the case ni court what the court na court is high court for manpo no high court to be creative ade a wo ye no enye no pass into wo contest di enye enti sa ko tua sika sei wa kwa nkutua na na obepa ketete pa ni ye wa friend say general secretary wa mo ma na ko tua sika no na no ya ye vet ni ye no a o mo ka chere so okobi enye ye no wa fe wa ko tua sika no wo the petition aba say ese woko da ne de na woko enye yi asoma woko ye na je say ko tua ho sika no e da woko nko ho papa ye ya dia ye fa no kure e be ko bia wo so ye lawyer wo ye na fe ne say wa be ye general secretary at the party co-opposition wo ye ya se dia wo saye katam kwa na ya ode papa wo da mi amedi ni juma papa
yeah one day
na kasel na board men ti say o papa wo me ka mi amenka obi what you say ya me ti kan ni na me say wo papa de me ka pita ka me boa ya me se ma ye nyina no pita ka me boa
na o se ayi wadi
ba omia nya dan kwa na me de ma na me boa no busa no itu ono so e so ba to be kasa wan ko fo no pese o mo sa ma no ko poti o ba ko sa ko lusu biem ka general secretary for me bobo odi e dey general mosquito e friend general mosquito ha e dey no onya what wo ba hu se general na e ba no why o mo no na you say me ma fu ati semfo obi ko ya de papa Keka adie ye si ye. Me begin ni pa opa. Adie chi ye no. E ko se obia wanka. Obia obeye obia kotu be bi obi so mo we. Mama ya kofi obia baby obia ko bisa tema na owini ye no. Mama na ko bia so wo hwe se obia mpra. Ebi ko obi gane e na opoli ye na otie kokoni akra na. Part na kwa kopenia me mami kana e de na hospital. What you say? Bisa what say me moa. Bisa se ko dia hwimi abusa se abana ya to ye no kra no. Eni pa na beto abana obi prai. Di onyima ne so be kwa kwotena ho. Na wakofa pese abana wotwem. Oye ba ma honto meto aba. Oye ba ma honka to achi abana meto aba. Nsa fu akwa ko bi obo a. Basa anopa me pese me bubefu.
Asani ya we party penny wo mka so metwem o ma chinchin o mba da tu.
Papa boye be ma no na meto. Na wana be kwa to aba no. Ena me no kasei. Ena me no kasei. Ko help party demonstration esi wo.
Demonstration esi wo.
Wo die bo die mo die pomodia na fro obi a woni mo ko he. Wo mo kroni go kromo area on nyina ko get ho. So kodi ano na tete woni mo die ba na so. Kodi ane na nkofo no ni. Papa nkofo bi pesika wo bi pae party no sa na kitire na. Akombe ma beto aye so ye general secretary. Jeni enkobre. Enso ma make kura papa anya wa yere ho. Na party ni dia no ma ya mami.
Ti ebia wo no party ba ebia bo chairman wo mpe ana ebia mu adwuma bi kura ase da mmom sika dada.
Oh, why me dear? In fact, me will be on the country and say. But, me cop.
Well, it was in this interview he made his heart bare. And it was at this point when the interviewer asked him, after speaking a lot about the General Secretary, not carrying himself well in the party and sending them into opposition, comparing him to the General Secretary of the NDC at the time. He asked him, you said your party, you didn't benefit anything. Maybe you were not interested because you have your money already. Then he started saying, no, I did a lot for the party. I bought cars for the party. I bought cars for Nana Addo. I have regretted spending money on this party. Mahama is my brother. And Mahama is the one that I really am grateful to. He has made me happy again. My brother, my sister, this is the dying flame of the NPP. This is where the party has degenerated to. My prayer is that it degenerates more and more and more, so that before it resurrects, it will be 6 million years from now. By what time, all these people would have gone. And I will be here to tell the next generations to come what happened in my days. It's the Black Pot, aka KOKA, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we have a final story. Hey ya! Hey you! Woyo!
and stay safe. The National Petroleum Authority is cautioning the public to desist from scooping or fetching fuel from overturned fuel tankers at accident scenes. Do not get closer to the scene in an attempt to take videos or pictures. Inhaling the petroleum product is detrimental to your health. Worst of all, petroleum products are volatile and highly flammable, and a small spark can trigger a catastrophic explosion, causing deaths and loss of property. Call the Ghana Fire Service or Ghana Police personnel to handle the scene, or reach the National Petroleum Authority's contact center on 0302 550 380. Your life is worth more than a gallon of fuel. This Save a Life campaign is from the National Petroleum Authority.
Blackpot, KOKA show them.
This is the Blakk Pot, aka KOKA Show, where we speak truth to power. Final story, story number 5. Watch this. KOKA discharged, rearrested. Miracles ABOAGYE succumbs to EOCO finally. It's not a long story. We are done. Now, KOKA, my brother, my sister, was arrested by EOCO and handed over to the CID. This is KOKA. This is KOKA. Kwesi Ose Kranche Asiedu. That's his full name. He's an NPP activist, and he plays a very important role in all the demonstrations that the NPP has in these times and even beyond. He served as a member of Dr. Bawumia's team. This is KOKA. He threatened the life, allegedly, of the boss of the Economic and Organized Crime Office, Raymond Archer, in a video that went viral online. This is him. And I will want you to listen to his voice. What he said that landed him in the grips of the police. Watch this.
You are laughing. Yes, you are there mocking us. You are mocking us today. We know you. You are there mocking us. You are there mocking us. That time will come. That time will come. That time will come. Your friend is saying, Raymond Archer, all these people and your personal vendetta. Say police need to catch them. Say, oh my chance, man, because you're in here, or moving here, or better. And I'm the person who managed to say, it was a reset. The process is not done. The process will be formatting. But the formatting process, when we know you, we bring you out of your room for judgment. We will, the format.
They were singing in the background. Arise, Ghana, you for your country. The nation demands your devotion. Let us all unite to uphold it and make her great and strong. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved in building a motherland. That's what they were singing. And he said, and you heard him, you are there mocking us. You are there laughing at us. We know where you live. We know where you live. We will come for you. Like that. Twice. And then he granted an interview where he said, after the resetting, there will be a formatting. And when they know you, they will come for you for justice. What is justice? This. So Raymond Archer and his EOCO reported him to the CID. He was invited, and then he was granted a recognizance bail. He went away, and then we were told that he was supposed to report as to whatever happened. They had to pick him up when they had the recent demonstration, where he was again very, very energetic, banging cars and, moving the whole crowd. This is KOKA. The same. Banging cars, pushing policemen away, and daring the driver to come over and hit him with a car. This is KOKA. Later he said that the driver threatened that if he didn't move from out of his way, he would run him down with his car. This is KOKA. My brother, my sister. He was handed over to the police right after all these things. And then they took him away. Yesterday, he was supposed to go to court. Instantly, he developed bili. He started to shiver. And then he said he couldn't see. He was losing his vision. And that his right hand, no, it moved to the left hand. In fact, he was getting a stroke. And his hand started doing this, started doing this. Then it went to his left and then right leg. And then he started doing like Apache like that. And then they had to carry him to the Adabraka hospital there. And then over there, he allowed a video. And he was lying down on the bed, trying to tell everybody that he was really sick. That's KOKA. Right there on the bed. And he was playing and enjoying some gospel music in the background. My brother, my sister, this is KOKA on the bed. After suffering bili. I'm glad that, well, he said it moved from the right to the left. You can see the thing in the left. So, it's the left. And then the right leg. My brother, my sister, today he was discharged. And the police came for him again. Rearrested him. And he's going to be arraigned before court. Hopefully tomorrow, he will go to court. And the charge is simple. Threatening a public officer's life. My brother, my sister, if he's guilty, may he suffer the full rigors of the law. If he's innocent, may he walk. Now, in another edition, Miracles ABOAGYE finally went to EOCO today. The excuse was that he wasn't feeling too well and he got so busy. He went there with his lawyer and then they sat down there. He was interrogated well and well. At the time of getting to the studio, he had just left 1 hour before. So he left around 5 p.m. That's the official closing time of EOCO. And he is on bail as it stands right now. My brother, my sister, I can assure you that this is a heavy investigation. Now, a video has popped up on social media where it is purported that he has a mansion sitting right there at Latte. And we showed you overhead shots of that mansion. This one here. Another video has popped up by foot soldiers. And the foot soldiers claim that the house actually exists. And this is supposed to be the frontage of the house. We cannot independently confirm this, but this is what some foot soldiers have put out there. And they are asking a simple question. Have you eaten today, foot soldiers? Have you been able to pay your children's school fees? This is what your leaders are using the money for. It is time for everybody to think Ghana first and not run blindly after politicians for 150 cedis to go and eat banku, to go and drink apetition. Dash. It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. At this point, I want to say thank you so much to EOCO. Thank you so much to all the authorities that are working around the clock in order to bring some level of sanity to our country. We love you and we appreciate you. It's been the Blakk Pot, aka KOKA Discharged, where we speak truth to power. Our numbers are still scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are more than just excited to do that. Oh my God. At this point, I want to also say thank you so much to our sponsors, to Zori Doriente. Turn every single shower into a royal experience. Thanks so much to Millennium Insurance. Yes, your trustworthy partner. And thanks so much to the NPA for thinking so much about us, the National Petroleum Authority. It's simple. Hashtag stay back, stay safe. My brother, my sister, your life is worth more than just a gallon of petrol. It's the Blakk Pot, aka KOKA Discharged, where we speak truth to power. Let's take your comments and we are done for the day. It's been a long day, isn't it? All right. And it's a weekend. Happy weekend in advance. Crew shutter, still rain. Okay. It says, good evening, Blakk. Hi, how are you doing? Sylvia Ofosu says, sounds, please. All right. I'm sure that was the beginning of the show. Kelly West says, despite the numerous calls from Ghanaians for President Mahama to consider a third term, he remains hesitant. He's not hesitant. He remains, in fact, stuck to his guns that he's not coming. Hesitant is Minko, Mamemko. No, he's stuck to his guns. Ultimately, if he does decide to run, voters have the power to reject him, and alternative candidates will be available. Why worry? Kelly West. Okay. Wild Omoto says, greetings, Black Rasta. More fire. Kwajo Fiagbe is smiling. More comments coming in. Yes. Remember to send them via Facebook. They could also come via YouTube. Nana Ogum Powers says he's greeting spiritual president. More fire. Osaibedu says, come here, the Blakk Pot, aka KOKA Discharged. Sedu Isaka says, Juma Mubarak from Tokyo. Mosh Moshe. Kwajo Fiagbe says, Blakk. Right Justice Atuguba continues to praise Dr. Senator Ajima Rollins MP for being an example of modern politics of Africa. Blakk, what is the old man seeing that the rest of us are not able to see? Yes, I've listened to that tape. His argument is that she's not a politician. She's an ordinary Ghanaian who has gone there to save Ghana. And that is what modern politics should look like. Politics are politicking too much with the lives of the people. I think he has a point as to whether Senator is that example or not. I don't know. Isa Yesu says, hello, Black Rasta. Muhammad Suhadu says, Black Rasta, Amu of fire. Oyoy, Nyale, Naun Sante. All right, thank you. Zion, Kekeli, Kennedy said, big up your prospect. Emperor Blakk, Kamshina Zaid said, Black Rasta, more fire. Kingsley Osei Kofi says, Jagaid and more blessings. Macromeo Fori says, my regards, Professor Blakk. Nana Obidiaba says, more fire. Black Rasta. More comments coming in. We have Dodu McDonald. It says, exasperating. New word. Thank you, Blakk. Oh, okay. Says it's a new word. All right. I'm sure many others will not agree. Those who were exasperating. Okay. I learned shenanigans the last time. Oh, okay. All right. So for you, it's a grammar class, right? All right, man. Love and respect. George Mills says, Rasta. Dodu McDonald says, thank you, Blakk. Thank you, Dodu. How are you doing? Godfred Doug Lomote says, fire. Ras Okoko Fisu Moon says, come here. Watch this. James Akakbu says, thumbs up. All right. We have Sugalari Abu says, Tai Hauka. Kai Tai Hauka. Kai Tai Hauka. She's gone crazy. I know who Sugalari Abu is referring to. Kai Tai Hauka. Kai. Maukata. Maukachi. Kai. Dodo. Akana Izura says, hi, Blakk. Bless up, watching you live from Torino, Italy. Godfred Daglomote says, fire. Ghanaian Faisal says, thank you for your good work, Blakk. Can you please investigate why the Central Business District of Accra cannot be clean at night? We are here to support you, brethren. No investigation. It's simple. is an open secret. Attitudinal, bad attitude, that's all. It's not ghosts who are dirtying of the place. Maybe we have to behave like America, England, and the rest. We must have the waste authorities go around every hour to clean up the whole city. They do that. In America, see them and their big trucks, that thing that goes around. Maybe God should empower me and give me cash so that I can do this for the Republic. Oh, Father, let it happen. All right? And Mark Romeo Forey says, Ndran. Okay, I don't know what that means. And then Ebenezer Ando says, good job, my brother. More fire. Patawo says, greetings, Black Rasta. Akana Izura said, I don't think she's well. Pandi Pamang says, 1 year is not even enough for her. Samuel Sowa says, I don't think this girl is mentally well. So this is a message to the IGP. Please, let's see if the courts can look at checking her head. Because it won't be fair to put a crazy person in there. Excuse my language. Somebody who needs mental, you know what I mean. Edwin Leo says she deserves 5 years and not 1. Clara Nora Kujo says she was so bold to. He said to Isaka says NPP, they are part of the problem. Antoinette Eche says who would even give her a position? And then somebody whose name is in Japanese, Chinese, or Taiwanese, I don't know, says blessing to you, baby brethren. And he says, give it up. Ben Jack says she injects Coke. You mean Coca-Cola? Is it possible to inject Coca-Cola? I don't know. All right. And then we have Kana Izura says, hey, Blakk, I want her. Some people, they like vultures. They like cacas. This guy is saying like, go take. Shawal Nuhu Aliu says, Blakk, you are here. Acquire. I don't know. We don't use words like this here, please. I beg you. Okay? Please. The NPP party is the biggest joke. Ebenezer Ando says she's very sick. Somebody here says, another useless program with little thinking hosts. Which program is that? Which one? People are here learning shenanigans and exasperating. And you are there saying what? Okay. That's Okoko Fisumu say, Charlie, what's up? Who hurt you? They're asking him, say, who hurt you? Who will be that? I'm sure it's not a comment for this show. Maybe he miswrote. Okay? Felix Kwamla Fiabu says, good evening, Black Rasta. To be frank, I always got angry anytime I saw this video on social media. How can they give this woman 1 year instead of 9 years? I'm disappointed in the Attorney General. Boko, Yabu Trewa, ebe 9 years. Obe Banuna Wanya system. Get into system. 43 plus 9. That's about 53. Okay, Philip Peregrino Peters says, live and direct from Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you so much. North Carolina is a nice place. Carolina is a beautiful place. I love North Carolina. Oh my God. Kofi Azuma says, Blakk, I will be back after sharing this live stream with family members and friends. And then we have Kiss Bonnie, who says, Blakk, please tell me which one is worse. Canada, Japan's after a recommend or wound to misconduct after an injunction from a court of competent jurisdiction. That party will stay in opposition for a while. A while? No, 6 million years. Case Bonnie says, watching you live from the UK. Reginald Cromwell says, keep it up, bro. You are one of the few genuine souls on earth. May the Lord grant you the protection you deserve. Ronald Nyako, thank you so much. Reginald Cromwell, thank you so much. If I was Mabel, I would sue this girl. Which girl? Which one? We haven't spoken about Mabel today, have we? Okay. Ezekiel Marte says, I don't think a year is enough. She should be jailed for at least 3 years. Barry Maha says, Alaji Black Rasta, do you know that all this excuse my words, stupidity and nonsense are done by the poor people from poor backgrounds? No way would you see a rich man's child doing this. Please watch the words, okay? Watch the words. J. Anyam says, Since she has a big mouth, she should face the consequences. She forgot she's a single parent. She's a single parent when she was insulting the president. Tahiru Mukhtar says, Black Rasta, please kindly find a day and tell us a story of the South African apartheid. Thank you. I'm one of your loyal listeners since then till now on 3FM. Thank you. I love you. Jafet Podo says, I think this woman was on tens. Me too, I think so. Enoch Demby says, did she say anything wrong? No. All she said was the gospel. You can find that in Ezekiel 2 verse 2. It's there. The Nenebi says, blame Baumia for embracing and congratulating stooges like these anytime they foolishly spew such nonsense. So that's their motivation. After all, they would have a photo opportunity with Baumia. Jafet Podo says, it's like you didn't hear her language. Okay. Well, maybe he doesn't understand. Maybe Enoch Demby doesn't understand Akan. So somebody explain to him. He wants to know if she said anything wrong. So, I thought he was pretending. So I gave him a pretentious answer. Okay. Maybe he doesn't understand. Maybe he's Nigerian or Ugandan. It's a multinational platform. Okay. Yeah. And the Moses Kibangbang says that's very bad of a woman. Yes, that's very bad of the woman. But please, and please, John Dramani Mahama, Your Excellency, pardon her, please, for God and country. Adobo says 1 year is not sufficient. If I had my way, I would jail her for 15 years. Well, she says something. I rest my case. All right? This is the last one. Barry Maha says, Alaji Black Rasta, NPP people are the cause of all this. They taught them and back them to be doing this nonsense. We saw Baumia bailing them. NPP is a demonic party and we have to stay away from such a party. Jay Aniam says they should let her go and show them where the so-called 32 cows were buried so that the whole world would see. Jaffer Podo says, Black, how did you know the last time she had it? She had what? She had what? Adobo said, Prof, you are too hilarious. And Jaffer Podo is still laughing. Adobo says, education without knowledge, home knowledge, is tantamount to lack of common sense. It is high time we stopped countenancing, setting on civilized behavior in our society. Kofi Azuma says, Black Rasta, I am back from sharing this powerful live stream with family members and friends. Keep up the great job you're doing for Ghana and Ghanaians everywhere in the world. I love you, Kofi Azuma, you know that. And I love everyone here. Thank you so much. It's been a long day. I apologize. Tomorrow is going to be a weekend. We're going to be relaxing. We would be out there. We are trying to finish up a documentary. So no rest. We'll continue doing our work. We'll see you again on Monday at 6 o'clock on the dot. Until then, God bless you. Stay safe. And the World Cup, whatever team you are supporting, if they lose, don't lose sleep over that. Okay? Full joy yourself. God bless you. May your business be great over the weekend. May you have good health. Those who are sick, may you be healed. And stay away from things that will make you sick. Okay? Stay away from trouble. Until then, hey-ya! Hey-yo! Hey-yo!